Good morning, girls. Today's our lecture on the embedded operating system. Today we will see the kernel function, that is the communication, inter-process communication and input-output device communications. How the kernel is useful to do the communication between the inter-process and the input-output devices communication. Last lecture we have seen the resource, how the resources are managed, and this is the one of the function of the kernel. Resources means what? The input output devices, then the application interface and the kernel IO bus subsystem. So this is very important of the kernel functions, right? This is the applications program. It is interfacing to the drivers of the devices, right? Last lecture we have seen this. Now today's we will see the inter-process communication. Inter-process communication means it is sharing devices as well as it is sharing a memory, it is sharing a data between the two processes. So how they communicate with each other, that is called the inter-process communication. The process executing the concurrently in the operating system may be either independent process or cooperating process. Independent process means that process is not sharing with the hardware, with the memory, with the CPU, right? It is the independent process. But those process are sharing with the memory, with the input output devices, with the round robin this process communication, or the sharing the CPU also. So any kind of sharings is called the cooperating process, right? Independent process means what? They can afford, affect or be affected by the either processing executing in the system. Means they cannot affect or be affected by other processing executing in the system. If it is sharing a data and if one process is changing a data and other process need the previous data, means that both the process are depending on each other. But the independent process means that process is not depending on any other conditions, that is the independent process. And cooperating process means they can affect or be affected by the other processing executing in the system, right? That is cooperating process. Independent means that process is not affecting by any from any other process, or any other process is not affecting from this process, that is an independent process, right? Cooperative process means what? This process is affecting or other process is affecting by this process, that is a cooperative processing. Any process that shares the data with other process is a cooperating process, right? Any process is sharing a data, right? That is a cooperative processes, right? Now, there are several reasons for providing an environment that allow the process cooperative. There are several parameters. We cannot say only if the data is sharing, that means the processor is a cooperative. Yes, it is a cooperative, but other things is also there. What are that things? We are going to see this. That is the information sharing. Information sharing means it is a memory sharing. Second is computing speed is sharing. Computing speed means it is a frequency sharing. With the same frequency, it is both the process are working, right? Modulatory means what? Our process is, it may be a modular kind of, but complete module is sharing for both the process, right? Some of the module for just to have the printer, so that module is sharing for one process and another process is also, so that is the modularity. And the conveniency. Conveniency means what? It is convenient between the two process, that is also the parameter when the process is a cooperative process, right? The cooperative process required an inter-process communication. IPC we have seen into the this communication between the inter-process, right? So the inter-process communication mechanism, IPC, inter-process communication mechanism, that will allow them to exchange the data and information, right? Inter-process communication mechanism, this is one kind of mechanism is written into the embedded operating systems. That mechanism will allow to share the information between the processor, and that will allow to exchange the data and information, right? There are two fundamentals model of the inter-process communication: sharing memory and message passing. Sharing memory and message passing, these two are the models are there into the inter-process communication mechanism, right? In sharing memory model, a region of memory that is shared by cooperative process is established, right? So the reason of means that much memory location is sharing between the both the process, right? So that is a sharing memory, and process can then exchange the information by regarding reading and writing data to share the reason, right? That data is shared with both the memory. Any one data will change the data, so by another process will read the data. So if any process is write the data, the same data will read by the other process. So it is the reading and writing information, it is sharing between or exchanging informations by reading and writing the data to the share reason. And message passing means what? In the message passing model, communications takes place by means of the message exchange between the cooperative process. Not the memory is sharing, it is sending a message to that process. So the communication is takes place by sending a message between the process, right? So there are two type of IPC model, that is inter-process communication mechanism. One is sharing a memory, another is by passing a message between in process, right? Now see, this is the model A is sharing memory and model B is passing memory, right? Process A and process B both are sharing this slot. Both are sharing this slot. So whatever the process A is writing over here and the process B is reading from that memory. So the block is shared between the A and B. It may be a possible condition process B is writing and the same data process A will write. So what is this? Sharing memory. Now message passing, right, means what? The process A and process B will send the message to the kernel, and then the kernel will send the message to the B, right? If the B want to share the message to the A, so the B will share the message to the kernel and the kernel will share the message to the B. So these are two inter-process communication mechanism. One is what? Sharing a memory, another is what? Passing a message. Now, device driver block structure. Now this is what we have seen, how the inter process are communicating between. Now how the input output devices is communications, right? How the embedded system is operating system is managed the input output devices communication. Because input output devices communication, there is a data bus, there is a control bus, there is a devices also comes into the picture. So how they are managing their, this is the block device driver. The main important things is the driver will manage all the controls of the data bus and the control bus, and it is the DMA controllers. So DMA controllers means what? It is direct memory access with the input output devices without interfering the CPU, right? Without interfering a process, that is called the DMA. So DMA's concept is much more important in the processors. in the processor, whichever the processor, whether it is 8085, 8086, microcontroller, microprocessor, general processor, special purpose processor, any processor, DMA concept is very, very important. So now this is the block device driver. These are IO scheduler. As we have seen, the block device files are there, file systems are there, user applications are there, character devices type, character device driver type, and network sockets also, network driver protocols also, and network devices also. Not only the input output devices of hardware is sharing with other process, it will be sharing the other devices input output by using a networking, right? What do you mean by the networking? Means my two devices are communicating with each other. Whatever the data of these devices, I will transfer to the another devices. Whatever the data of another devices, I will transfer to the these devices. So these are the networking concept. So in the embedded operating system or any other general purpose operating system, so communication with the devices means not only the hardware devices of that particular system, it will be the networking, and it is the other devices, other systems devices is also, that communications is also important. So when the input output devices comes into the communication, into the inter-process communication, that means it is the devices of input output that particular system, as well as the system is on the network with the other input output devices is also sharing the informations, right? The operating system functions, how they are communicate with each other. Operating system act as a three-way communications between the users, application program, and hardware, right? So it is a three-way communications. So between the user means command interpret, between the user, applications program, and hardware, right? It provides an interface for the computer to communicate with other computer via network, right? It is providing the interface also, that is one kind of communication, right? It providing the interface. When we are thinking we need the ethernet, we need the Wi-Fi, so without installing the application of Wi-Fi, we cannot use the Wi-Fi. Wi-Fi is the another devices, and that devices is communicating with this system or with our mobile system, because it is the inter-process communications between the Wi-Fi and the devices, Wi-Fi devices and the mobile devices. So that is, it provides the interface. Without providing the interface, we cannot communicate our system with the Wi-Fi devices, right? So it provides the interface for the computer to communicate with the other computer via network, right? The maintain the cache of the web page, file downloads, uploads from the web to the computer disk, so that the next time the user visit cache website, only changes content need to the download from the internet, as the unchanged data is available in the cache, right? So this is also one kind of communications to be. File is stored into the cache. Whenever you are storing, that is called the cache memory. We can call it as a history. When we search into the Google page, if we go to there, so you will get the history. That history is what? That history is into the cache, right? So now today we have seen the inter-process communications between a processor, between a input output devices, and how they communicate to the networking, right? So girls, do you have any questions regarding this? Please, you can ask me. We will carry forward the questions now.